who folded and packed the raincoats. "Hey, Gracie, you haven't told us about the book you're reading this week. Is it a love story?" "I've only just started it, but I don't think it is. It's about a lad called Pip, and so far he's met a prisoner on the run." "What, out to Strangeways?" asked Hilda. "No, this prison's not round here. It's near the sea. Any road, after he meets the prisoner, the lad gets taken to a big house, and he's there in a strange room." Gracie paused, all eyes on her. "It's lit by candles, and his eyes pick out a lady at a dressing table in front of a mirror. The strangest woman he'd ever seen. She was dressed all in white, like a bride, satins and silks and a long veil, jewels too." Gracie mimed the necklace and earrings. But Pip looked closer. Something wasn't right. The clothes might have been white once, but now they were yellow as parchment. The bride was a withered old woman, just skin and bone. "Oh, my goodness, what's gone on there?" said Hilda. "I could guess," said Maria. "It reminds me of one of my aunts. She was jilted at the altar, but she kept the wedding dress for her shroud." Gracie looked up and caught sight of Mr. Jacob, standing just inside the door, watching her, and she turned to the workers. "Anyway, that's as far as I've got. I'll have to tell you the rest next week." On cue, Jacob Rosenberg stepped into the yard. "She's right. Time to get back to work." Charlie fell into step beside her as they went inside. She could guess why. He was always asking her to go out with him. "I could meet you at the park on Sunday if you want some company," he said. "No, you're all right, Charlie," she laughed. "I'd sooner spend a day at Council Tip." Of all the bedrooms in the Midland Hotel, this one was Sarah's favourite. She went straight to the windows and opened them wide to gaze down at the vast circular central library and across to the buses and cars in St. Peter's Square. Then she got to work stripping the bed, leaving the eiderdown, bedspread and blankets to one side, and putting the used sheets and pillowcases in the cart. Fresh white sheets, lightly starched, were definitely one of her favourite things. She stood at the end of the bed, tossed the sheet into the air, and inhaled the smell of clean linen as it billowed and descended. Bed made, she moved on to the bathroom. She had never seen one before she came to work at the Midland. In Belfast, where she had grown up, they had had a privy in the yard and a tin bath hanging on the wall, which they brought inside on a Saturday night and filled with hot water. When she had come to Manchester, it was no different. The bathroom gleaming, she set out the fluffy towels. So soft. She held them to her face. Then placed a tiny Yardley soap in each dish. She ran the U-bank over the carpet and polished the furniture, checking the writing desk had a good supply of Midland Hotel-headed notepaper, and wondering what the guests might write about. Finally, she looked in every drawer and wardrobe and under the bed. The guests left things behind sometimes. A button, a handkerchief, a business card, the faint scent of French perfume. Once she had found a beautiful silk scarf behind a dressing table. At the door she paused. She would never sleep in a room like this, but she made it new again every morning and allowed herself to think that one day her Gracie might rise in the world and enjoy such luxury. When Sarah had finished her shift, she hurried home. She had left some sheets steeping in bleach that morning, and she hoped that the few hours of sunshine left in the day would be enough to dry them. She turned into Pearson Street, and the little girls gathered round the rope swing hanging from the lamppost called, "Mrs. Earnshaw, do you want to go?" She waved at them. "Not today, girls," and hurried on. As usual, the boys were playing football on the croft at the far end of the street, but she was surprised to see a group of women standing close to her house, having a serious chinwag. "What's up?" she said, then noticed that Doris, her next-door neighbour, was sniffing and wiping her eyes with her sleeve. A few of the others looked close to tears. "The kids are being evacuated,"